It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got C.J. Stroud. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Saints and the Broncos on Thursday night primetime.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Only a couple for him's first play, and it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third downs.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's second and 10. And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
A solid run and maybe then some by Etienne. And he's become one of the league's best playmakers over these last couple of seasons, totaling over 1,400 yards from scrimmage in each of the last 2 campaigns.
Mayfield now. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making it a force fourth down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 10 carries, 53 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matthew Hayball now as he'll punt it away for the second time. .51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a part of the game plan here as well.
On the counter, ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. He'll take this to the 46. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Mayfield. Open man is Noah Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that really aggressive? Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Olave holds it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary. The drive continues. It's a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Baker Mayfield, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's... And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Stroud looking to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Stroud to throw it. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here goes Stroud again. He's got Otton on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now Stroud. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tim Patrick, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one reach, just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with second down and less than a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard all they need, but it's third down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Mayfield, quick slant to Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. The Saints sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Catch is made by Hardman. And this is going to be another first down. At the Broncos' 29-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Dancing to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Cameron Jordan. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tim Patrick with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Pushing his way through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the gun, Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Brown, 69 yards.
And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New Orleans offense set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The end result, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
Shrugs him off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd and 7.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mayfield to throw it.
Olave hauls it in. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Adam Troutman
from 8 yards out.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it ends with a Denver touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Stroud. Toward the sideline, intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
Remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle here to Brown. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mayfield. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of great games coming up in the next few days, starting with the last of our 3 London games. Pats and Jags from Wembley, early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Carolina Panthers. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, another doubleheader. Ravens-Bucks at 8:15 Eastern, followed by Chargers-Cardinals from the desert 45 minutes later. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Hey, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Mims in motion left. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mayfield looks to throw.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it looks.
Look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
Mayfield with it once more.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 20-yard line.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stroud out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud finding Hardman here over the middle.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here is 3rd and 5. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Rolling to his left. Busts through the tackle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, But now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
A point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Broncos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally torn apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
This one taken in by Olave.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Got a man. That's Lil Jordan Humphrey.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Singletary will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
We said it at halftime that they would need perfect second to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
On the give, this is Singletary. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 1st and 2nd down were disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And the slot man goes in motion left. Touchdown! Noah Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And a ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Stroud. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield on play action. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Singletary again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devin Singletary with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Stroud able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good for the Saints. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 46.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll get this one to Patrick. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Stroud. He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one complete again to Mims.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
This is caught, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Denver, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.